Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Azam Abu Rayash, and I'm here on behalf of a coalition of Canadian Muslims, Christians, and Jews. This coalition includes the Canadian Council of Imams, Rabbi David Mivasser, York Region Muslims, Muslim Association of Canada, Independent Jewish Voices, the Toronto and York Region, Toronto Jewish Families, Mennonite Church Canada, Palestine Israel Network, Canadian Council of Muslims Theologians, United Church of Canada, Islamic Institute of Toronto, United Jewish People's Order, Canadian Friends Service Committee, Quakers, Canadian Muslims Public Affairs Council, Justice for All, Family Honor Project, Canadian Muslim Civil Liberties Association, Islamic History Month, Canada. And we are here to deliver this statement regarding the ongoing crises in the Middle East. We have 3 speakers, and we will not be taking any questions. Our first speaker is Imam Sikander Hashimi of the Canadian Muslim community.
Good afternoon, and peace to you all. Thank you for joining us today. We gather here as representatives of a diverse coalition of Muslim, Jewish, and Christian community leaders. Above all, we stand together as Canadians. The death and destruction in the Middle East have brought unimaginable pain and grief to countless human beings. United in purpose and voice, we urgently call upon the Prime Minister and his cabinet, opposition party leaders, and all members, along with all Canadians, to demand 3 things. Number 1, an immediate ceasefire. Number 2, passage of life-saving humanitarian aid. And number 3, protection of civilians in accordance with international law. Central to all our religious teachings and social justice principles is the sanctity and inherent worth of every human being. Every life is a divine gift, and its protection is of paramount importance. We grieve for every life lost and every soul impacted, regardless of their faith or nationality. While our religions may differ in practice and doctrine, they converge in their teachings of compassion, love, justice, and mercy. These values unite us and compel us to speak out against violence and to champion peace. Thank you.
And now, of the Canadian Christian community and the United Church of Canada, Reverend Mary Royal Duczek.
As a signatory to the Geneva Conventions and other international agreements, Canada bears a responsibility to champion these principles. Canadian leaders must steadfastly advocate for respecting international law, condemn the targeting of civilians, condemn the destruction of homes and vital facilities such as hospitals and schools, and oppose the denial of basic essentials like water, food, medical care, and fuel. Canada must stand alongside the United Nations Secretary General, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and the Independent Committee of the Red Cross in urging an immediate ceasefire, an end to the blockade, and the establishment of a secure humanitarian passage.
And now, of the Canadian Jewish community, Holocaust survivor, Elder Suzanne Weiss.
Thank you. Here in Canada, politicized stances taken by Canadian leaders have not advanced peace in the region. Instead, they have deepened divisions among Canadians, heightening polarization and contributed to a rise in hate crimes against our communities. When Canadian leaders choose to stand with justice and with decisions and policies that support peace, they will unify Canadians, fostering an environment where communities come together and build bridges. We call upon our communities to come together in prayer, reflection, and action, promoting understanding and unity across faiths, and working towards a Canada where our shared values prevail over hatred and prejudice. Lastly, we pray for the swift passage of humanitarian aid, the recovery of the injured, comfort for those who mourn, and restoration of disputed lives. Now I'd like to say a few words, if I may.
Yes, thank you very much. This concludes the statement of the coalition. And now, leaving words of wisdom from Elder Suzanne Weiss.
I'm a survivor of Adolf Hitler's Holocaust. As a Jew, I was marked down for death. The solidarity of many individuals and a whole community who believed in humanity hid me and saved me and thousands of others from death. When Nazism was smashed in 1945, Jews cried out, "Never again!" And we meant never again for all humanity. Zionism, the racist apartheid program of the Israeli government, is not Judaism. Judaism is opposed to racism, yet the occupation, the systematic war of destruction is done in our name. That is an unforgivable Zionist crime against the Jewish people. It is also a violent assault against the solidarity between Muslims, Christians, and Jews, and the many others who desire love, justice, equality, and peace on earth. With all our love, with all our might, people of moral conscience struggle to end the occupation. We demand an immediate halt to the genocidal military machine of Israel's apartheid government. Palestine freedom is our freedom too. It is the freedom for all humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again. And this concludes the press conference for this afternoon. Thank you and have a great rest of the day.
We may have questions on Zoom. We'll now take questions from the media from Zoom. If you have a question, please use raised hand function. We don't have questions. This concludes the press conference.
Okay, thank you very much.